Morning, Quadcopter 1-on-1 here, and what I got for you today is a review of the HC651W Shadow. Looking at the Shadow, you could say, yeah, this is one of those folding quadcopters, and indeed it is. And looking at the stick, you can see that, yeah, it's an altitude-hold quadcopter. It's centered, and as you see, I've got my phone here. That it's also a Wi-Fi FPV flyer, and indeed it is. Let's go over the Shadow and open it up and show you what it is. Again, it's another one of these little pocket folding quadcopters. This one is very compact and easily fits in a pocket. But again, here's its arms. You unfold them like so. That's 1, 2, bring them out until they snap into place there. 3, third one snapped into place, and fourth one snapped into place. So there it is, opened up, holding up the Shadow. Let me hold it up with its controller here for the thumbnail real quick too. There it is, opened up with its controller. Going over the quadcopter, we look right under the hood here, and it has a shaded, I like the idea of shaded lens to keep the sun off the lens. But it is a 720p HD camera installed there. And additionally, the battery on this is a 400 milliamp, well, at least they say it's 400 milliamp hour. It looks more like 300 milliamp hour to me, about that size, but they say it's 400 milliamp hour. I don't know if to believe them or not, because it's kind of tiny for 400 milliamp hour. But it has white Losi connectors, and you would be able to find 300 milliamp hour white Losi batteries for this, so you will be able to find other replacement batteries. Again, 720p camera on there, foldable, and there's your on-off switch on top. So let's go over the controller. Controller is very basic, but it does have very well labeled buttons. For instance, this is your rates, 1, 2, and 3 rates. This is your flip button with the one with the arrow going around in a circle. This is your trim buttons. Now this is probably for pitch and roll trim, because I have no idea or no belief that they would include trim for throttle and yaw, possibly yaw, but I'm saying this is probably pitch and roll. And the directions were a little confusing here because they did not match what's shown on these switches. For instance, this indicates a crazy yaw button, so we might have crazy yaw, although they did not mention crazy yaw in the instructions. This also mentions, this button here looks like a 1-key return button and headless mode button, and that did not match up with the directions either. And this button here looks like an emergency stop and calibrate button, and again that did not match the directions. And 1-key takeoff and 1-key landing button, and again that did not match the directions. So I'm going to go with the way the buttons are labeled and assume they are more correct than the instructions. Now this uses the HTS UFO app to record and display real-time FPV video from the quadcopter. So we're going to fire up the quadcopter and open up HTS UFO and show you how it works. So hope you enjoy this flight. So starting up the quadcopter, and the lights are blinking on the arms. They have colored lights that you can see through the arms. The arms are perforated. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll put it in the shade, but can you see the lights, folks? I think you can. And the front of this quad, you're going to have issues with maintaining orientation on this quadcopter because every side looks the exact same. But that's the front of the quadcopter pointing that way. And let me open up the app now and we'll go right into it. Okay, this is the HTS UFO app, and before I open up the app, I'm going to take control of the quadcopter. And I want to do one quick demonstration. Let's see if we can start the motors, and then turn off the transmitter. Wait, transmitter off. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. That doesn't bode well. Let's see here. Okay, regained, and then let's give it a little throttle. And going up about there, and going out a little bit further, and then turning off the transmitter. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1000. Okay, that's better. At about 6-7 seconds, it'll lower itself to the ground when you lose contact. I just wanted to make sure about that, folks, before you go flying. Transmitter on again, rebinding, and turning on the app. And there's our FPV video, and hitting record, and trying that automatic takeoff button. And there we go. There is the HTS UFO. Or the, what is the name of this? HC651W. Okay, one thing I want to try is headless mode. Let's try headless mode. That's forward, that's back, and there I am in the picture. The reason I want to do it is I want to try it as a, what do you call it? Follow me. Simulate follow me. And it seems to be working. I'll go out a little farther so I show up in the picture. I see myself. I see you there. So, as a follow me quadcopter, it kind of works. You have to manually fly it, of course. And the way I'm doing that, folks, is I have control of it, or I had control of it, via headless mode. Now I'm going to turn off headless mode, and we are going to continue flying. Where's that headless mode button? I haven't tried one key return. Okay, there's its one key return, turning that off. Okay, I want to turn off headless mode now. And I'm not sure if headless mode is off or on. Which way am I pointed? Yeah, I'm going to try to land it, folks. Something's not right here. It's still in headless mode. Do I have control over it yet? No, it's still in headless mode. Okay, landing it. The reason being, I can't seem to get it out of headless mode. We're lowering throttle, bringing it to the deck. Okay, so be careful with in headless mode. It didn't seem to want to come back out. So I'm turning off the video that we recorded just now. And we are going to go back over here again. The lights aren't blinking, so I'm assuming it's not in headless mode right now. I'm looking for the front of the quadcopter. That's an issue with this. As mentioned, you might want to put colored tape or something to show what the front is on this, and that's why I might have been having problems with discerning the front and the back of this. Okay, let's go into the air again, and this time I want to try the flips. Okay, that's the front. Let's try the flip button. Oh, it does flips nicely. Try a right flip, and try a left flip. Okay, go into higher rate. And we're going to try a rolling flip. Well, not so acrobatic a quadcopter, but it's not meant to be. Again, it's meant to be an FPV quadcopter. Let's go up higher and upwind and try a pan of the area. Right about there. Got a little bit of wind up there. Trying to turn it, showing the area. And coming back down. So, you know, a pocket quadcopter, meant to get some quick video while you're out and about. Again, it would go into your pocket, going back upwind again. We'll go right about there, and there's turning toward our Home Depot off in the distance there. Is it showing up? Kind of. There it is. Home Depot. And then, let's see, try to do a landing from up there. We'll descend from up there. That land button is not working. If I'm pressing that button, holding it. So the auto land button doesn't work, but a takeoff button works. Not sure why. Let's show you that, folks. Coming back down. I want to save that video that I just got. Starting it again. Coming down a little lower. Going upwind. Let's press that land button. Oh, it only lands when you're close to the ground. Okay, that explains it. doesn't want to do an auto land from up high. You're going to have to pull down on the throttle to bring it back down. But it does an auto land when you're close to the ground. And the reason probably being it shuts itself off probably as it's coming down. So let's go back into the air. The video is recording. What haven't we demonstrated yet? Crazy yaw button. If you call that crazy yaw. Let's try high rate. That's high rate. So, get a thumbnail while we're at it. Go up a little higher. Come down a little lower. Right about there. Let's go back to get that thumbnail. Okay. Turn it off, crazy yaw. Actually, that's sluggish yaw. So there it is up close. Actually not a bad little quadcopter. Not a bad little FPV flyer at all. Okay, I'm going to stay in low rate. And we'll finish it going back to headless mode again. Where's that headless mode button? Okay, thinks headless mode's off in that direction now. And that's forward, that's back. Turning it toward me. Where am I? Pointing toward the pool right now. See, that's the issue with this thing. You are going to need, there I am, going off. You are going to need to color code this because of the way, it's just, every side looks the same on it. So you're going to have a heck of a hard time distinguishing front from back like I am. Going up a little higher. Right about there. Because of the color, or the shape of this thing and its color. So I'm expecting its flight time's just about done by now. Let me see if its lights are blinking yet. Yes, they are blinking, so we got LVC warning. I'm going to turn off the headless mode by pressing this button here. And there goes its landing. It seems to be landing, and there it is. So that's its flight time, folks. Okay, so that is the flight. Let me turn off the video. Video off. Where's the front on this thing? See? You can't tell. Okay, there it is. There's the front. I pressed that automatic takeoff button there. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's turn it off actually to be safe. It's off. So there it is. Thoughts? Yeah, it's an okay FPV Wi-Fi flyer. Intended for mainly, getting close in Wi-Fi FPV. The only thing I really don't like about it is you're going to need to color code it. I'd recommend putting a piece of fluorescent tape right about here so that you know the front from the back, because you cannot discern it. It's just impossible to discern which way's the front while it's flying. So, hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101, signing out.